Okay, we are back. So during the break, I had the image of Viper cutting a promo for a chess match, which
Oh my god.
and just like one of those like boxer style posters of like head to head Decency versus Viper, and then holding up their fists at each other, but they're each holding like a different chess piece. So Madam V, you
Hi.
you come out of the the Dirtfolk Guild's new headquarters in the docks, and you're walking along, and you see Dorothy partaking in a bucket line. Just which I guess probably is quite the image considering how small she is. I mean, I guess it's probably just like a child participating,
Thanks.
not like an action figure.
Foxglove is helping boost up from the bottom. I'm struggling because I have very low strength. Actually, I think Foxglove is stronger than me.
Foxglove could just run buckets back and forth by herself, I think.
So what do you do with that, V?
Goodness gracious. I joined the line. What is happening?
Okay. So
Is the ship alright?
The ship is fine. Warehouse next door caught on fire, and all their ballistas burned up.
Oh. Huh. What a terrible tragedy.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. I'm so glad I was here to be able to help in some small way. And Madam V picks up 6 buckets.
Fine. You're better than me. I got it. Let me get that for you, dear.
And I guess after a little bit of tossing water at this thing, it's like it's just kind of proximal to the like conversation that you have with the crew inside of the warehouse. Do I know this is? Do I know these folks? Can I tell that they're Decency's folks?
give me a sense motive roll.
I would love to. I have -1 in that. That's a 9.
No, these are perfectly normal business owners and employees.
Dorothy's lost it. It happened finally.
Just regular, totally legitimate business folks, out here with their ballistas, pointed unrelatedly out at the ocean, as you do, because it's safer to point them at the ocean than it is to point them in town. It makes perfect sense.
I mean, y'all did buy ballistas early, like literally yesterday.
We did. You know, I'm learning a lot about siege weapons.
Wait a minute. If I'm here and you were in there, who's watching Viper?
She was with you.
Viper, you can guard us.
I thought she was with you.
Slipped the leash earlier today. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's backtrack. Last time that we saw her, I was going to the Dirtfolk Guild to talk about negotiations, and you two were spreading the word about getting into a fight with a duel, beg your pardon, a very legal and above board duel with Decency. You didn't go with her?
No, I was looking for information of where to find her.
Okay.
Okay, Shit.
Viper did leave a large wake of people behind her.
She sure did. She sure did.
Which way she was going.
Okay. Well, can I get back on Gentleman Moose because he can cover ground a lot faster than we can, and we're just gonna follow the trail of shit talking, and see where it ends. And it probably, honestly, she's probably just at the punch bowl. I suspect we'll end the evening there anyway. So let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
God, I kind of really wish that I had had decency kidnap Viper right now.
You didn't kidnap Viper.
Good luck with that. The only way to kidnap her is to put a chess game or a puzzle in front of her.
All right, so I'm gonna need an investigate roll from either of you to try and. Actually, wait, no, that's not right. That's not what you use for tracking.
Search?
Um,
Tracking is survival.
it is. So who wants to roll survival to try and find?
Foxglove. Unless you have survival.
Not in a good way. I have a rank in it, but that's about it.
Okay. Foxglove. Survival's wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, she has +3.
It's better than my +2, so go for it.
Okay.
The rat leads the way.
Okay. Now. Okay. 15.
It's 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think you'll be able to find where Viper ended up, but
So, again, we have Foxglove sitting like a figurehead on top of Gentleman Moose's head, and just like pulling in the direction that the moose needs to go.
Foxglove is ratatouilleing Gentleman Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Someone's gonna get seeds tonight.
Okay, so Viper.
I assume all of this has been like in real time, and she's just like staring at her first move still. So I'm white.
Okay, so Viper
Can you?
knows enough to know that she can't win this chess game.
But you can appoint a
but-
second, right?
Right?
But she can probably draw it out into a stalemate. If you'll let me roll sense motive to play 100% defensively.
Ooh.
To attempt to head off any of Decency's gambits. And if not that, I'm also going to roll sense motive to be as loud and annoying as possible.
Do you need a roll for that?
Get her to break before I do.
Okay.
So you want to taunt her again?
Basically, yes.
yeah.
This is a long, elaborate taunt again.
Okay. So I'll let you sense motive to get a bonus to your tactics roll.
Okay.
Because I don't think that, like, you it's one thing to know what decency might be about to do. It's another thing to know how to counter it.
Right.
So give me that sense motive roll.
17.
17. Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, decency gets a 22. by rolling a 20. So you just cannot read her. She is just wooden. So give me your tactics roll.
All right, y'all better get here fast. Because that's an 8.
Sure is.
Jesus Christ.
Viper!
Decency gets a 25.
Oh my god.
Name. You can't bet something you don't own.
God.
We're on that deed.
Are you okay? So you said you were trying to delay by fighting by like essentially fighting withdrawal action in chess. That obviously didn't go very well. But is there other things that you're doing to try and delay?
At one point, she, go into my backpack and pull out one of those big, tasty salted dried fishes,
Ugh.
and say, "Hope you don't mind," and lean back and gnaw on that, and like kick my feet up on the table, maybe knock a couple pieces over, and then, sorry, and then put them back. That kind of stuff.
Okay. I think that's gonna have to be a bluff roll because you're trying to do like you're trying to make this look like it's a legitimate that you're not trying to delay, right?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So we're moving on to prop comedy is what we're doing.
Exactly. Viper's other best skill, 0 ranks in this also. That's an 11.
Okay. Decency gets a 26.
God damn it.
So I think after like a little, you put your feet up on the board, and Decency says, "If you aren't going to take this seriously, then I am going to consider your challenge null and void and forfeit."
Okay.
Jeez. I want to smack you.
I'm on the ropes here.
We would like to be there
So
as soon as physically possible.
I think, like, very quickly, Decency sees that you are, completely out of your depth here. And also can tell that you are, like, she got a 26 on her sense motive on you.
Mm-hmm.
She can tell that you're extremely invested in, like, this ship. She obviously doesn't know that it is your connection to family at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But she knows that you have a bond with that ship that is, of similar strength. So she is like,
Am I gonna win this duel by being so bad she takes pity on me?
no. What she is going to do is, she basically starts like while playing. She's taking her time. She is treating you like you are an honest-to-God opponent. And thinking about her moves and thinking about what your counter moves might be. And while she's doing this, she is making very threatening small talk. Of just like, things like, so how do you feel about being stuck on land again for the next however many months it takes you to find a ship willing to hold you, willing to go where you want? And so she's making threat rolls on you over the course of this.
I can deal with threats better than chess.
Okay, well, then give me that resolve check.
Well, 12.
Okay.
Well, the good news is that Madame V doesn't have to change.
Viper is sweating.
Okay. Right. And yes. Okay. That's what I thought so. So Decency has the feat Glint of Madness.
Oh, great. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So when you threaten an opponent,
Stress damage.
you inflict 1d10 stress damage instead of 1d6. So you take 4 points of stress damage, Viper.
Okay. And what roll is that?
That's a will save. DC is equal to 10
save.
plus half the stress damage you have.
All right. Well, I rolled an 18 on the save, which was 12.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You can stress her out until she faints.
And so she's what's your response to that?
About being stuck here again.
Yeah.
Only half of me is flammable.
She says,
Remembering that her primary fear about being in the city is being used for fuel.
right. What's her response? That's less of a concern now that the ports are open. And I've heard that there's talk of a new lumber company being established. And so she's going to threaten you again. And gets a 20.
Jeez.
Oh. 10.
Okay. You take 2 points of stress damage. So that's now
Right.
DC 13 for that will save.
Yep. And I rolled a natural 1,
Okay.
which puts me at 10.
Yeah. So you can't crit fail saves, but you do gain a level of shaken.
Sweet.
Yes, which is
Fictionally appropriate.
yeah, so you can't take 10 or 20, and you suffer -2 penalty with attack checks and charisma and wisdom based skill checks. Okay. So she's done 2 half actions. What are you going to do now that it's your turn, Viper? Because we're going to treat this a little bit like a combat. Just the rounds are stretched out.
Right. Oh boy. Oh boy.
If you want to like refocus your efforts and make another tactics roll, I'll allow that
Yeah.
as a potential option.
Yeah, that might be my only way through here.
I would like to point out that the rules of duels say that you have to set up a second, and then the second decides if the chosen weapon is appropriate. She didn't do that. She's breaking duel law. This duel isn't even legal, man.
I don't know if Viper knows or cares.
I think the same probably applies to decency. Decency might know, though.
Okay. I will try a tactics again. See how that goes. Although don't have a lot of hopes. It is a 15, which is as high as I can possibly roll.
Yay.
Decency gets
Hey.
a 14.
Hey.
So you're
Yeah, I have stemmed the tide a little bit.
yeah, You've bought yourself some more time. Okay. I think the like shopkeep like pokes his head out from like a back room, and he says, can I have my shop back now? Do you say anything to him, Viper?
I don't know what. I'm not the villain here. What would Viper say?
Decency turns around in like her chair or on her stool and like turns and looks over her shoulder at him and says, "No." And he just like very slides back around the corner very slowly.
I'll say after that, I'll say, it'll be over soon. We won't break anything.
And what would Decency say now as she continues to threaten you?
How close? Hey Dorothy, how close do you have to be to set up the secret whisper phone?
Close.
Okay.
Solid.
But close is like
Let me
250 feet or something.
let me double check what the ranges are. Local, actually. 250 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not yet. She says, once I have the ship back, you won't have to worry about me coming for you anymore. You know that. And that's a 24 for threaten.
It's a real forgiven type, this one.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
11.
Big forgive and forget energy from the master of murder.
I've used up all my juice.
You take one more point of stress damage. So that'll be
Alright.
DC 10 at least, and you've got a plus 9.
Yeah.
I mean,
15. So
she
no
says,
more shaken yet.
what does she follow that up with? What would be? Of course, with your connection to the giants, people might start thinking that you have something to do with those sparked. Maybe you're infected. That's a 25 for threaten.
Oh boy. Okay. 16.
You nick another 6 points.
Alright, so that puts me up to DC 14 on the save. And that's an 11. Become even more shaken.
Yeah. Okay, and what do you want to do with your half actions? Or action?
Cry.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think. I don't. Trying to think of an angle to take to really goad her into turning this into a physical confrontation.
But you just promised the shopkeep that you wouldn't break anything.
Yeah. Viper says a lot of stuff.
My honey, does she ever?
I don't really know of any particularly like sensitive topics to get at her at though. Not so good at the verbal rope-a-dope.
Could try to get some information out of her.
Yeah. What information would she have that we would?
Like what she intends to do with the ship. Like what she's afraid of. Like.
Since
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
since this is a combat, could Viper taunt
Yeah.
with like if all that that entails?
Yeah, I mean, I can click this sense motive button to roll it, but I don't know that I can fictionally justify that right now. Hmm.
You can try tactics again. If you want to switch up your strategy.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, okay. Here we go. That's a big 7. Bring it on.
21.
Yep. That math checks out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Dorothy and V, you are in range of that whisper spell.
Okay. I guess I cast it.
So how do you know that you're in range?
I think I've been like dialing it over and over again. Finally, we're within range that I grasp. I do not get cursed, so that's good.
Cool. Hi. Hi. Hey, Viper. Hi. Where are you?
In I guess Viper probably
Oh, quick question. That spell, it's not telepathy, right? Like you have to actually speak.
So here's the thing: I have hidden spells. So that I wonder how that falls into this because it says that your conversation is like murmurs that people can't make out, but because I have hidden spells, would that cancel that out?
I think that it. I don't think so. I think that it hides that you're casting the spell.
Okay.
But like you know, if you casted sleep on someone, the person who fell asleep doesn't like.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, people
So-
don't think they're awake.
It's a series of faint whispers. So it could also sound just like she's just sort of like muttering to herself, trying to figure out the next move.
Oh, absolutely. And I think Decency comments on that and says,
Getting under your skin.
trying to talk yourself into a good move.
Hey, what's up?
How's finding decency going? Is she down to fight?
DTF.
That was a literal spit take. I'm glad the mug was still near my mouth.
Incredible. Yeah, how's it going?
So let's say the best move I think was walking into insert shop name here that we never really established. Finding you and your three mooks, and you deciding to accept this challenge on the spot.
Oh god.
Why would I say that to her? She doesn't know why I would say that to her.
I love that. I love that this spell allows you to whisper things to whoever's listening, and Viper's just like, I'll just say it at conversational volume.
Yeah.
Just be clever about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Are you? How's that going? Are you? You don't sound like you're in a fight. So did you win? Are we good?
This is so much worse than a fight.
Oh. What
I
are
don't
the?
know.
Ooh, Lady V, or Madame V, do you have tactics?
I have 5 ranks in tactics. Or 4
Because-
ranks in tactics. I'm okay at it.
Because once we get there and you can see the board, you can tell Viper what to do.
That's true. Or I can try anyway.
Yeah. Where are you exactly?
Oh, I just said the name of the shop.
Oh, okay. Can we
Yeah.
get there faster now that we know where we're going exactly and we're not just like letting a rat lead us?
I mean, it's in the busy market, so and you're on Gentleman Moose. If you want to potentially trample someone or try and figure out some way of clearing people out of the way, sure. But I'd say that you're already, moving as fast as you reasonably could.
I could try to impress the crowd out of the way.
Ooh, I can dismount. Running gives you double your speed, right?
It gives you quadruple, I believe, except for maybe root walkers and unborn, unfortunately, and then I might be wrong about that. Or you might just have lower base speed.
Yeah, lumbering gives me lower base speed.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, move 4 times your speed in a straight line.
Okay, so if I dismount, cast Expectedus Retreat, that gets plus 20 magic bonus to my speed while running, and run. Can I get there pretty fast?
What would that put your base speed at?
My base speed is 20, so plus.
So 40 feet, 40, so 160. Yeah, that would probably get you there in 2 rounds.
Okay, that's what I do.
Cast that spell. Or,
Yeah.
or save for taint.
Save for taint. I am not tainted.
Okay.
This little demon doll just threw out the crowds,
You
holding a rat.
And V, what are you gonna do?
Continue to ride?
Okay.
Yeah. If I can use ride to get there quickly. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, so with ride, you can push your mount
Mhm.
to give them additional movement speed at the cost of them receiving subdual damage.
Gotcha.
But the issue here is less of Gentleman Moose's top speed and more the issue of the people in the way and potentially literally underfoot.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna yell at the crowd to get out of the way.
What do you yell at them?
Just everybody move.
Move, I'm gay.
Make way for the moose.
Yeah. Uh, is that an impress or an intimidate?
I guess that depends upon your tone of voice.
I guess it's an intimidate then. It's a 14.
Move,
Well,
assholes.
well, remember, you have your first level Lancer ability.
I do. Which means that this fucking works.
Because it makes
Because-
it 20 plus your Lancer level.
Yeah, if I don't fail, which I didn't, so.
Yeah.
That's a 25, I guess. Or 24, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So people are like, oh, geez, okay, fine. And, like, they clear out of the way. And you get definitely people are like, you think she was going to have the moose step on us if we didn't move? Because the thing about intimidating people is that they like you less afterwards.
That's true.
So some people think you're an asshole now.
It's fine.
But yeah, you'll get there quick.
I'm concerned. I am not thinking about them. I am thinking about my friends and also my ship.
Yeah, that's fair. So, Viper, you've been saying kind of odd things to Decency.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that bluff roll.
Yep, there we go. How about a 4?
Oh my god.
Which is also a critical error because you're outmaneuvered.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And she gets a 19. Let's see. Is there anything particular about sense motive? Detect lie. Okay, so I'm going to activate that. So with basically as I'm going to give the critical success bonus for sense motive to this. So the character gains a keen sense of the target and automatically sees through their lies until the end of the current scene.
Great.
Actually, wait, is there a bluff? Oh, with a critical failure, the observer becomes skeptical of everything character says. Oh, okay. So the critical failure penalty for lying is actually that the other person won't believe any of your lies until the end of the scene. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Decency says, you're talking to someone.
Yeah, so.
Jesus.
Are there rules of chess against talking to people?
This is a duel. It's supposed to be one-on-one.
It's not about you. Not everything's about you.
You can.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've not received any tactical consultations.
So she knows you're not lying. Which is Viper, you give me a sense motive check, Viper.
20.
Okay, does she have? She does not. Let's see. Okay. So you know what she is about to say is a lie. And she says, there's no way I can know that. You've broken this duel. And then
Please. Please. Can I say out loud? Can I just say out loud, please do it?
yeah, you can absolutely say that. She says,
Maybe see her knuckles tightening around the haft of the axe or something.
She says, "My pleasure." What's your defense?
17.
17. Okay. So, let's see.
Unless shaken reduces that. Hold on.
No, it doesn't affect you.
It was
Okay.
only a couple of seconds longer. You had a way of making her break the duel. Oh well.
All right. So there is a very loud bang as she says that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Viper, you take 11 points of lethal damage as the
That's
blunderbuss she previously set up under the counter shoots
Oh,
you in the stomach.
Did she just? Oh, she just fucking greboed me.
Yeah. Decency shot first.
Can I no sell that bullet wound in an attempt to threaten her?
Well,
Oh my god.
well, wait for your turn because it's still hers.
All right.
So she stands up suddenly and knocking over the stool she was sitting on. And she... what does she do? Yeah, she, with axe in hand, just like swings at you across the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And... oh. She gets a 19. Is that a crit? She doesn't have her fancy axe, but what's the crit rating of a normal axe? Axe. It's not a battle axe, so it is not a crit.
Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. It is still AP.
They do have armor piercing. though.
Yes, they are AP.
Oh, by the way, does the gun have armor piercing?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I need to get those two vitality back.
yes. But you take another 10 points of damage as she hits you with the axe. And then she gets where is that? Yeah, then she gets her rend attack on you. Because she has that, remember?
Yeah. Boy, do I.
She doesn't hit you with that, though, because she gets a 13. So she swings at you twice. And...
Are we
Yeah.
rolling initiative now?
well,
Or do her goons also join in on the fun?
I should mention, Gentleman Moose's run speed is 250 feet.
yeah, you'll be here very shortly. Like after Viper acts, the both of you are showing up. Sorry, I was just checking something. Oh right, that's what I was checking. Oh no, it's a one-handed axe, but you're immune to bleed. And but she yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, that should be 10 plus 2. So you should take an additional 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's her turn. You're up, Viper. You're across the counter from her. What are you gonna do?
Well, I guess at first I'm going to do my party trick and see if I can get that axe out of her hand. Let's see how the roll goes. So shaken will affect this roll?
Attack checks, yeah. So you'll have -4, I believe, from your shaken.
All right, so that will make it a 15.
Okay. You still beat her. She gets a 9.
All right. Well, so the gun goes off. Viper's sitting with her legs crossed and her arms above her head, leaned back in the chair. The gun goes off, shoots her in the stomach. She looks down and puts her hands down, and then the axe hits her in the shoulder, and then comes back again for the second rend attack. And the second rend attack does not hit because Viper catches the axe.
Just like clap on the blade. Or
Yeah.
Nice.
And just wrenches it out of Decency's hands
Great.
and readies it.
Well, that's part because you have expert disarm, right? So that's like you
Mhm.
just get to equip
Yes,
it as part of that.
I have the option of immediately equipping it, yes. And I will exercise that option.
Yeah. Disarming's only a half action, so what are you going to do with the other half action?
Continue to show no pain from these wounds and make a threaten check. By letting her know exactly how much she just fucked up. Which I guess will be intimidate. 18.
18. Okay. All right.
Stand up kind of extra slow. Okay, well, never mind.
She gets 25, unfortunately.
25, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dorothy.
Mhm.
You are approaching this shop, and you can see there, like, you hear you hear the sound of a gunshot go off from inside of it, and like a bunch of people freeze in the market and back away, except for 3 people who are like standing out front of it, leaned against the shop, and they start towards the door. What do you do?
I'm gonna run between their legs and get there first.
Okay, so yeah, you like burst through the door, and then what?
Go to the source of the noise?
Okay, so yeah, like you burst inside. It's a shop. There's shelves with a bunch of like iron objects on them. You can see at like the far end of the room. It's not a very big room. So like just like 10 feet away from you is Viper. There's a counter between her and Decency, and there's a hole in the counter where you can see like the smoking shotgun underneath it. And Decency is facing Viper, who is holding an axe. What are you gonna do?
This is one hell of a chess game. I'm going to arm myself. I'm going to draw my shield and cast Bless. So, you and each ally within 50 feet gain a +1 morale bonus of attack checks and will saves. 16. Yeah. I just have to see if I'm cursed. Nope.
Okay, so is that like an ongoing, or is it a current cast?
It will last for 5 minutes.
Sorry, I guess I mean like, is this something that's affecting you and Viper, or will it also affect Madam V when she shows up?
Well, she's within 50 feet.
Not yet. 50,
You sure?
Yeah, 50 feet's pretty small.
Well, because you said that.
You'll both arrive here next round. So, like, this is when you're arriving. Madam V hasn't caught up just yet.
Yeah, but if I was moving at a speed of. No, okay. No, I think it's just it's not like a sphere. Yeah. So it's just Foxglove, me, and Viper.
Okay, just putting that in the Roll20 chat. So, because I don't think that we're going to complete this fight today, frankly. So, Madam V, from your vantage point on Gentleman Moose, you hear the sound of a gun going off, and you being a firearms expert, you can tell that it's a shotgun. In fact, you can probably guess like who the maker is, make an educated guess.
It's a small town.
Yeah, and you see people like scatter away from this one iron seller's shop, except for 3 people who head for the door. And Dorothy, who bursts forth from the crowd running at an inexplicable speed, bursts through the door. Dorothy, did you slam the door shut behind you?
Nah.
Sonic the Hedgehogging right up in there.
Oh God.
Dorothy spinballing. So she bursts in and like into this store, and there's the 3 people who are surprised, and they're about to like head in after her. What do you want to do?
I wanna... Huh. Well, I probably shouldn't immediately murder these 3 people. But I do want to scare them real bad, and make me the bigger problem than whatever's happening inside. So, in conjunction with my good gentleman moose, I guess that's a taunt, which is we've rolled several times and I've forgotten precisely what you actually roll.
Sense motive.
Fuck me. Can I intimidate them instead?
If you want to threaten them for stress damage, you can do that.
I will do that. Fucking 10. Okay, I'm gonna spend my last die. Then 13.
You succeed.
Hey.
Roll a d6 stress damage on one of these people.
That's a 2.
Okay.
He still has a chance of fainting dead away.
Yes. Plus 3. Fails the damage save for that stress damage. So takes the one who like was at the back and is the least startled by Dorothy sees you come up on Gentleman Moose. And what do you say? Oh wait, yeah, what did you say?
Oh, just something about how I'm the bigger problem. I don't have a cool line here.
Oh, I'm.
Okay.
Pretend I said something super cool. I guess it wasn't even that cool to begin with because I only got a 13 on it. But you know, sometimes context makes a difference.
So he hesitates, but he doesn't flee because these guys are tough.
Ooh, tough guys, huh?
Yeah.
They have 2 health bars.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I am gonna draw my Derringer.
As your other action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's Foxglove do? I guess you put him down when you burst through the door. Or,
Oh yeah.
Or rather, you dropped him to save the free action.
No, she dismounts. Where's the shotgun?
It's under the counter.
She's gonna grab it. Not use it. But just like grab it and get it out of like reaching range.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think she needs to roll that. She just scampers over there, goes through the hole in the counter, and
Comes back around dragging a shotgun.
What a good rat.
Actually, no. Sorry. She does need. She will need to make a disarm roll against decency. Actually, because this is not like a sleazy bar that has a shotgun on a mount underneath the counter. Like decency had put it there and then picked it up during the chess match. So she'll have to roll to disarm. But I mean, if she fails this, that's not a huge deal because it's also been unloaded at this point into
Yeah.
Viper, but
Just in case. Disarm. That's what?
Doing my job.
that's just an attack roll versus an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
There's also the shotgun from earlier that's just kind of on the floor.
That is true. It's still there.
Wait, there's another shotgun? Sorry, explain to me the gun situation in this room.
So Viper took a boarding pistol off of one of those people who was trying to come in behind Viper, and then Decency had a boarding pistol is like basically a sawn-off shotgun.
Wait, sorry, who took it?
Viper has it. I don't know what did
Viper.
you do with it, Viper?
Oh, I unloaded it and like threw it over in a corner.
Right, okay.
Right, yeah. So that's one's also unloaded, and is now in a corner apparently.
Okay, where's the... Actually, she's gonna go into her underfoot stance, and then... Well, why not she just does a bite?
Well, I mean, she'll have to move over to,
Oh, okay. Well, then underfoot, and then she moves over underfoot.
and is now under Decency's feet.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So it is those Tough's turn, and what are they gonna do? Two of them pull out their boarding pistols, and they are going to shoot Madam V with them. And
It's a downright shoot 'em up.
yeah, y'all are starting the OK Corral. Okay, so the first one gets a 15. What's your defense?
Oh, it's a 14.
Okay, and the second one gets a 10. So one shot goes wide, the other one hits Madam V for 3 points of damage. Rolls all ones on those 3d6.
Nice. Minus 2 because of your thick hide.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Because they have the spread quality, which I think means Gentleman Moose also gets hit by this damage. One character adjacent to the target who is also in the attacker's line of sight without cover must make a successful reflex save or suffer half the damage, rounded down. Never mind, that's rounded down. Gentleman Moose takes nothing, even if he fails that reflex save.
Cool.
Could do better than that, boys.
Yeah. What do they do with their other action? Oh, wait, no, they drew and then fired. So that's what those two actions were. The other one... Actually, you know what? I think all three of them do that. It's just that this one is down one boarding pistol. Ooh. This one gets a 25, including a crit. So, Madam V, you are going to take this straight to the wounds.
Okay, cool. Love it.
That's 12 points of damage minus your thick hide.
Okay, so the cat is 2, is that right?
Yeah, so how many wounds do you have?
I have 21, which brings me down to 11.
Okay, you also take a level of fatigue because you suffered wound damage.
Okay.
So, I think that just like Oh, actually, that one, Gentleman Moose needs to make a reflex save for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
It won't be a crit on him.
Okay. That's 12.
12. DC equal to the attack result. Okay. So unfortunately, that does hit him as well. He is going to take 6 points of vitality damage.
Okay. So I'm down to 24 out of 30.
Yeah. And, right, you have a level of fatigue. Gentleman Moose has been shot. Yeah, and then all these guys drop the guns they just fired.
Just onto the ground, like they're nothing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when they like these guys are wearing like basically dusters.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when they went to go take out these boarding pistols, you saw that they have, like, inside of their coats, at least on the one side where they drew from, you saw that they had at least 3 on that one side.
Oh boy. All right.
Because you know how, like, I forget what the term is called, but when, like, pirates have, like, 6 pistols on them because you can't
Yeah.
reload in the middle of a fight.
Sure. Well, some people can't reload in the middle of a fight.
Yes, V is definitely the exception to that rule. Yeah, so before we have this like full-on gunfight in the middle of the market, I think we're gonna have to save that for next week because that is going to take a bit of time.
Sure is.
Yeah. So I'm going to take us back to the talk screen. So, thank you everyone so much for joining us on this chess match adventure. I'm Austin Ramsey. I've been your host and GM for this evening. You can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn, which is where you can also find the You Don't Meet in an Inn podcast, which is focused on exploring obscure tabletop role-playing games with a rotating cast. If you'd like to find any of my game design work, you can find that at austin-ramsey.itch.io. And I have been joined this evening, of course, by Christine.
Hi, I've been Christine. Sometimes you can find me on Not an Inn Twitter, but I'm usually pretty quiet.
Thank you. Also with us is, of course, Sasha.
Hey, I've been Sasha. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renault, and you can check out all my game dev stuff at Tcabbage.
Thank you. And, of course, last but never least, Hadrian.
I'm Hadrian. Find me on Twitter at Hadrian. Been cooking up some art, so you can come sample that here shortly and maybe pay me for some.
Nice.
Tasty.
All right, so we will be back again next week with more of this adventure with a gunfight at a... God, I'm going to have to come up with the name for this shop because that's absolutely going to be the name of this occurrence. I mean, y'all really are starting the OK Corral now.
Uh-huh.
I was actually thinking that it's going... I was thinking during the session that it is Allen's Fine Iron Goods, which, I mean, gunfight at Allen's isn't bad. So, we will be back again next week. But until then, I just want to remind everyone...
I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game.
Don't get shot.